welcome everybody to United Dirt Sim Series week number 5 here from Knoxville, Iowa with the DRD Graphics 360's Fall Brawl. My name is Dave Ward, and with me on the mic tonight is Brody Center. Brody, what do you think tonight?
Knoxville, sprint cars, it can't get any better than this, Dave.
I tell you what, when I think sprint cars, I think Knoxville automatically. And to see these guys out here getting ready to tear it up tonight is going to be absolutely amazing. We've already got some wicked fast times out on the board. 15:21 from Dustin Sargent right there. He goes by Willie Fisterbottom sometimes, Dustin Sargent at others, but he is sitting on top of the board with a 15:21. And, I was running just some practice laps trying to find a setup that worked to help my teammates out. And I was throwing down 15.6s. So, sorry, Anthony Goyette. It looks like you're doing better. I'm sure you got a little bit of help from somebody else, and it was not me. But I can't wait. This is going to be a great race tonight for sure.
Absolutely. Partly cloudy, 78 degrees. Track temps right around 72 degrees. The track prep showed up tonight. We're going to roll into qualifying here after a while. Track's going to be about 10%, I'd say. We're going to go ahead and rip it up, throw a little bit of water down, and repack it down and get these boys going around here. I'm excited.
For sure. A little light on the car count tonight so far. I'm sure we'll see a few more duck in here shortly. But, yeah, this is definitely going to be one hell of a race tonight for sure. We have 14 registered as it stands. How's the points looking from last week after the double points added in? I know that we have some drivers in here that are not showing on the leaderboard as it stands right now that are up towards the front, so it might be a night for some people to make up some points.
Absolutely. Eric Wilkie came through like I said he would, sitting on the pole position of points with 271 points. Brent Hagen not too far behind at 264. Matthew Croak sitting in the third position at 255. It's going to be an interesting night. We're going to see how it plays out.
You know, Brent Hagen out there getting ready to get some laps in right now. Got him on stream as it stands in the number 95, that white car. And, yeah, I mean, he is up towards the top of the leaderboard for the points. So it should be interesting. We definitely have some more drivers joining us. We were talking to Justin Erickson down in the pits, and he has been scrambling to try and get everything ready to be able to make the race, and it looks like he just joined. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the rig? I didn't actually get to see any pictures of it, but what's he running on tonight?
Justin's got a 75-inch TV right now. The steering wheel's off-centered. It's on a fold-up table. He don't even have a mouse. So however he's going to get this done tonight, he is the guy showing up with a truck with a gas on E, barely enough fuel to make it through the night on an open trailer, and it's probably going to be a heartbreak hotel tonight, I think, with Justin Erickson in the field. I think he's going to impress a lot of people.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see. You know, he was running some laps earlier, and watching him, that was on a different setup, but with about 10 minutes until the green flag started for practice, he decided he was going to set up some stuff and just threw together whatever he had laying around, and I think it'll be interesting for sure.
Just goes to show what these guys are willing to do to come in here and race with us, Dave. That speaks a lot for our league here at UDSS and the Dirt Mafia Esports team. We try to put on the best show we can. Different rules tonight, Dave. Why don't you go ahead and talk about that so we can, give them a little spiel on that.
Absolutely. So after last week, we are going back to some rules that we had in prior seasons, and we're bringing them back. So there will be a 2-spin rule. If you were involved in 2 cautions tonight, the admins will be disqualifying those drivers from the main event. It will only count for the main event, so heat races, we do not have cautions. And if there are 2 cautions brought out by the same car, they will be parked for the night, unfortunately. But we have to make sure that we're putting on a clean race and having a positive, fun environment for everybody that's involved here in the United Dirt Sim Series. We appreciate everybody's patience as we have taken quite a break, and to come back and get this going once again. Super excited, and we're growing each and every time. So far on the racetrack right now, we have 16 cars lined up. Dustin Sargent still out front. He's running a 15.5 last time by, still with that 15.21. So he hit the track at the right time, and that should be interesting. All right, so people are saying that they can barely hear me, so we're going to go ahead and crank up mine just a little bit here. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Sorry about that, folks. We are still working out all the bugs, and one of these days, by the last week, I am sure that we will have everything figured out. Right now, as it stands, Dustin Sargent sitting on top of the board, Ross Corniata sitting in second. In third, Braden Finsel. Fourth, Wade Fields. Wade just joined back up to the league tonight, so that'll be interesting to see how he does as well. Another car to keep an eye on.
I'm going to go ahead and put a couple posts up here. Try to spread the word for everyone to come in and join us. We're going to try to turn this league into something big and enjoyable for your Sunday night. So I'm going to go ahead and post a couple posts here on the UDSS Facebook page. Go ahead and join us. Like, share, subscribe. We got our DRD Graphics 360's on YouTube right now. Pushed in the Cushion Productions. Go ahead and subscribe to that as well. We appreciate everything you all do for us to keep this going and keep us doing what we love.
Absolutely. Chris Sabaski, still waiting to see a lap come in from him. He is in the server, super fast guy, straight out of Canada. And a few Canadians tonight. We have Greg Izzard. He was just on the track a minute ago. I missed him. I wasn't able to get him. Here we go. He is right there. And also, all the way from Canada, we have Gab Sear. So I probably absolutely butchered his name. I apologize, but we will get a pronunciation on that here in just a little bit. A little bit of house cleaning, like Brody said, getting everything ready to go. Anthony Goyette out on the track right there in the number 29 as well from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports.
Wow, this is just practice, Dave.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good one tonight for sure. These guys always throw down here at Knoxville. And it'll be interesting to see if the inside line will hold up tonight. Obviously, that's the fastest way around. Setting that left front right on that berm and just hooking your way right on around is probably the quickest way around the track. However, that outside line will be interesting to see how that plays in later on here in the feature, I do believe. Looking for some more cars out on the track. Let's see if we can find somebody. Here's Wade Fields. Let's take a look at him and see what he's got going on there in the number 71. So for those of you that don't have iRacing, we're going to go ahead and jump in car with him so that you can kind of see what it looks like from his point of view. Let's see how horrible it is. It might be really off center from with my driver's setting. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. That is absolutely horrendous, but it is the way that I have my screen set up, so I apologize. That's not going to work. But right there, once again, Wade Fields out on the track. He is sitting in the 4th position with a 15.3.
Yes, and speaking of, you know, you can get into this fairly cheap, depending on what you want to do and how you want your setup to be. I run a single monitor setup. with a pre-built computer. Dave's got a pretty sweet setup. I think he's running triple monitors, right, Dave?
I actually have 4, but yes.
Oh yeah. See, that's even better. Yeah, you can get into it fairly cheap, around $1,500 if you want something competitive. But there's some guys that drop some serious coin into these things, and honestly, the better the equipment, the better the driver for sure. It definitely plays devil's advocate. But sometimes you got the good guys on the crappy stuff, and they're just as good.
Absolutely. I think it all goes down to how serious you want to take it and what you want to do with it. Some guys like to race in the VR, and that is a possibility. Some of those guys are absolutely ridiculous. Aiden
Yeah.
Beerline, definitely one of those. Younger kid, just a teenager, but man, he races in that VR and he is like unstoppable. You can also do triple monitor setups or whatever the case. So it's definitely something that you can just stand back and throw more money at it, just like a real race car. The faster you want to go, the more money you stand back and throw at it, and it'll eat it all up. So we have about 4 minutes left in practice, and we are sitting at 14, 15, 16. We have 18 cars so far ready to throw down here tonight at Knoxville. Looking for some more cars out on the track here. Not finding a whole lot of people.
Guys right now in the pits right now, making a lot of adjustments, trying to figure out some things. They know what the track state's going to be at for qualifying, getting a good feel for the car. They know that the track state's going to be a little better than what it is right now. Still a little slimy, but it'll be great for the main. It'll be very
yeah,
racing.
I can't wait. This is definitely. I think all night we're going to see great racing. We definitely have some of the top names here, and it's definitely going to. Joey Wample checking in over in the chat. But yeah, I think it's going to be some great racing tonight. We have some great names here in United Dirt Sim Series. These guys leave it all on the track. Sometimes it brings out some caution flags, and that's just some of the passion. But we have to tighten that up just a little bit. Like I said, we want to make sure that we have the best racing experience. It should feel like a Saturday night at the dirt track here with United Dirt Sim Series. 2 minutes 35 seconds left here in practice, and then we will be bringing some qualifying to you here shortly.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get Joey Wample down here and get him on the sim setup and see how he likes it. Give him another one of those addictions that, none of us can afford. So he races IMCA Modifieds. Busy work schedule, tries to balance home and work, and I know the struggles of that very well. Good friend of mine, Joey Wample.
So still on the board, no major changes here with Dustin Sargent still on that top spot. Ross Formiata sitting in second. Braden Finsel on screen right now. They're in the number 1. Sitting in third. Anthony Goyette right behind him here. He is running that 5th spot, but boy, he is looking like a terror on the track right now. Ripping it up.
Glancing over at Dominic's screen here, I see that I believe it's going down the front straightaway or the back straightaway. The sun's getting in his eyes a little bit, making it a little difficult, but it seems to be hiding its face, so hopefully that makes for a good racing surface as well.
For being a true simulator, the sun is absolutely blinding when you're in one of these cars, and the sun is, either rising or setting, depending on what the time settings are here in the session. It can definitely be exactly like you're on the track. Obviously, you're not shaking around from all the vibrations of a 360 sprint car, but they've definitely done a good job of bringing some of that realism to the simulator for sure.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that a lot of guys tell me, driving the modifieds and stuff like that. You can't feel the left rear tire up under your ass, like you could in a real car, feeling it getting on the bars. But they say a lot of things factor here, and they come into play. like the wind and the sun. The sun and the wind will dry out the tracks here, just like in real life conditions.
Yeah, we'll be able to see that as we progress through the night. Dustin Sargent out there ripping it up right now.
I think he's going to be a tough one to beat tonight, Dave.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting for sure. You know, you have a few of the guys. Sabaski didn't even throw a lap down, so I'm not sure what's happening with that. And your points leader, Eric Wilkie, he made it in. He didn't want to. He wanted to watch that Packers game, but looks like he decided to join up and race to protect that lead. And good thing he did. So it'll be interesting to see. You know, those guys didn't even get a lap down. So we'll have to watch it, see how they qualify.
Looks like Sargent's getting ready to roll out on the track right now. I'm going to go ahead and watch him for a little bit, Dave.
Yeah, we definitely have it on Sargent, and we will see as he is doing what they call a burner lap. So he'll run the high side all the way around the track, coming to the green flag. Once he takes that green flag, he'll get more on the race line that he is looking to run for his qualifying. Looks like he's staying up pretty up high, which is kind of surprising. Not sure if my internet is going crazy or what, but we're getting a little bit of blinking out of some of these cars. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on that. Hopefully my internet holds out while we're streaming here.
Like he did move down to the bottom of the track about midway.
You know, he might be battling for that fourth position. There is an invert of 4, and he missed it, sitting third right now. Let's take a look here. Here is Wade Fields. He just finished up his race. Brent Hagen out there qualifying. He threw down a 15.51 the first time by. Let's see if he can better it here as he crosses the start finish. And yes, he does. 15.39 going to put him in third. Sitting on top of the board right now, Chris Sabaski.
Yes, Sabaski with that 15.49. 15.49 for Sabaski. Great lap time.
15.17 is the actual.
15.17 is his actual best lap. That was his last lap. I'm sorry.
Right there from Phantom Motorsports. You see him sitting in the pits. He just got done throwing down. Let's see Eric Wilkie out there on track right now. Let's see what he can do. Wilkie with a 15.62 the first time by.
That's what I like to see, Dave. Alex Hanna with a third spot. Just got moved into that fourth spot. Hopefully he stays there for that invert.
15.28 for Alex Hanna from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. He's kind of a lone wolf at the moment, but you know, he has been in and out of the team, and definitely good to see him back out here. We have one from down under, Joshua Walton, out on the track. And he is sitting 5th fastest with a 15.34 right now. Caden Cochran, also a new addition to United Dirt Sim Series. And let's see, let's follow him along here in the black and white number 67.
You're right, I just got word from Dustin Sargent. Trying to play that invert card there ended up hurting him in the long run. Looks like he's sitting in 8th position currently.
It'll be interesting because there are, you know, for every 8 cars there is an invert of 4. So as we roll into the heat races, that could or could not pan out for him. We'll have to wait and see. So Caden Cochran with the 15.57 the second lap through. His best was a 15.55. That will put him in 12th position. You know who I don't see here on the leaderboard? Oh, yes, I do. Clay Erickson sitting down in 15th. So we will have to see how that winds up for him. He struggles a little bit with the sprint cars. We found out earlier that he did not even have slider buttons set up to adjust his top wing. So hopefully he got that figured out before he gets into the race tonight. He is definitely getting better each and every race here in the 360s. Definitely going to be one hell of a contender in the 358s as he won last week. Looking to go 2 in a row. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do tonight as well. We are wrapping up right now here in qualifying. I do believe everybody has a time. Andrew Hansen does not, but he is your admin tonight. Running track official. So we should be clicking over. Joey Wampole checking back in. Yes, sir. Will be set up soon. Referring to Brody saying he was going to get him set up on iRacing. So that'll be interesting to see him come out and join up as well. A lot of real-time racers, or real-life racers, I should say, definitely dig iRacing because you at least get that feel. When you're not on the track, you get something to keep that hand-eye coordination is what I've heard. What do you think about that, Brody?
You can ask me and a lot of the other guys, Zach Madrid, Clay Erickson, probably even Joey if he got behind the wheel. We're actually more nervous on iRacing than we are in the real deal. I don't know what it is about it, but it's definitely one of those things where it plays a factor, and it does help. I think it helps. Zach said it's helped. Clay said it's helped, especially on the dry slick setups. Helps you with throttle control. Helps you with being able to see where you can put the car, and throttle response is the biggest thing, especially
Absolutely.
out here in Arizona.
For sure. Heat race number 1 hitting the grid. Here we go. Wade Fields going to start on the pole position in the number 71. Outside front row in the number 95, Brent Hagen. Row number 2 on the inside in the number 97, it is Alex J. Hanna. And starting outside of him is Chris Sabaski in the number 21. Row number 3 on the inside is going to be the number 94, orange and white right there, of Gab Sear. And rounding out the field from Dirt Mafia Esports, it is Dominic Mendoza in the 13. Starting worst, looking to go first. Let's see what the kid can do. Wade Fields. Go ahead.
Sabaski actually sitting in that number 4 position of points right now. Tonight could be a good night for him. Chris Sabaski sitting at 242 points, right behind Matthew Croak at 255 in the 3rd position.
Wasn't Brent Hagen up there as well? I do believe, and he's starting outside front row.
That's correct. He is 2nd in points at 264 points.
So this could be a chance for some drivers to make up some points tonight. It will be interesting to see what we have going on. Braden Ward checking in over in the chat. Let's go, Hannah. And I believe that's Dominic Mendoza. Me and Gab both race the same class, sportsman. No, who is that? Brody, you know? Dalen Izard.
Yeah, Izard.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Izard. Sorry, bud. All right, so here we go. Wade Fields going to bring him down to the green flag. Alex Hanna sitting in the 2nd position. Sabaski in 3rd with Hagen dropping from 2nd. Now he is going to be looking on the inside as they come across the start-finish line. Big slider gets a little loose. Crazy with the cheese whiz gets into Hanna slightly. Woo, they are mixing it up right there. Sabaski goes completely sideways. That is going to drop it back.
No yellow flags for heat races, so that's going to hurt Sabaski really big.
Yeah, that was definitely not what he was looking for tonight, I guarantee. Wade Fields, like I said, just joined back up for this season. Tonight, past the midway point, your early leader here in heat race number 1.
Looks like Alex is hungry, and he's going to take a bite. And boy, was it tasty. Alex Hanna.
Boy, was it tasty. Alex Hanna, your new leader out there in the number 97. Gab Sear now pulling his machine into that 3rd position. He's going to be looking for a podium tonight as well. Brent Hagen back to 4th. Dominic Mendoza each and every lap is a little bit quicker. Last time by was a 15.83, slightly off pace there compared to your leader with a 15.46 from Alex Hanna.
Like I said, Dave, he's out here learning from the best, following in their footsteps, reeling in actually right now as I'm watching him. Very smooth, holding his own line, racing back and forth. It's a great thing to see your kid advancing and moving forward.
Absolutely. Well, it definitely takes real time, right? I mean, you need to see time always, and the more that he does it, the faster he gets. He's always one that we always cheer for because he's the underdog, and we love to see that next generation out here doing what we love. Hannah's still out front with a 15.31 for his best lap, 15.52 last time by. He is trying to check out Wade Fields holding down the second position, Gab Sear in third, Brent Hagen in fourth. White flag is out. So once again, my live timing not keeping up here for some reason. Trying to figure that out, folks. I apologize. But with the win was Alex Hanna. Heat race number 2 taken to the pit road right now. Starting on the pole position in the number 29 from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, it is Anthony Goyette. Starting outside row number 1 in the number 55, it is Robert Satterfield from Phantom Motorsports. On the inside of row number 2, looks like sponsored by Ryko, Joshua Walton in the number 81. Outside of him, in the number 1, starting in the 4th position, Braden Finsel. Row number 3 on the inside, it is Kyle Rosick in the 602. And outside of him, the rookie, bringing his duct tape, zip-tied, and bubblegum together rig, Justin T. Erickson. Kid's fast, watch him. Let's take a look as Joshua Walton is going to bring him down to the green flag. I take that back. Anthony Goyette is going to bring him down to the green flag here shortly.
If anyone caught that, Dave, or if you caught that, but some of the gentlemen, while they were sitting in staging, getting ready to go out for their heat race, you watch their wing set come back. They're setting their wing set back right before they go out on the track to help with handling.
Absolutely. You have to put the downforce back towards the rear wheels if they move the wing towards the back. If they move it towards the front, they're putting a little bit more downforce over that front end to keep those wheels turning and digging. All right, so we are going to have to reset here. We're going to wait until the green flag comes out. Anthony Goyette getting ready to bring him down to the green flag. Satterfield sitting to his outside. Let's see how this initial start is in the DRD Graphics 360's Heat Race number 2. Here we go. Anthony Goyette, your early leader. Joshua Walton trying to pull up into the second position. Now going to try and make a move on Goyette. Can't get it done. Woo, look at the racing right now. 3 wide going through turn 3 and 4 as they work on the straightaway. Anthony Goyette went from first to fourth. Whoa! Not sure what happened there. The 81 of Joshua Walton got way off pace, and Goyette not able to make a move in time. We are going to have to reset our live scoring here. I do apologize, folks. Nothing else will happen. We're just going to shut this down for a quick second.
Anthony Goyette going to have to make his way back through the field. Looks like he's searching high and low for the best line.
Sorry about that, folks. Just trying to work on something real quick. Take it away, Brody Center.
Braden Finsel sitting in that number 2 position, falling right behind Satterfield. Satterfield's pretty tough competitor tonight. Looks like he's got the line down, sitting pretty comfortable in that number 1 position. Justin Erickson trying to find the groove, trying to get his sim all set up and ready for him. This isn't like him to be running in the back. I think he's just kind of getting a feel for it and seeing what the track's going to do. I'm pretty sure he'll come through stronger in the A main event.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see as he gets used to it. Satterfield still out front. Finsel in second, Goyette third. Not sure why my live timing will not work with us. We're going to have to get this figured out soon. Kyle Rosick running in the 6th position right now in the 602. Justin Erickson struggling just a bit in that number 5 spot. Joshua Walton on and off, so he must be having some issues as well, because he'll be really fast and then he will almost park it. So not quite sure if he has some issues going on with some equipment that he has or what. Anthony Goyette trying to make the pass for that 3rd position as a checkered flag flies.
I'm going to give it to Goyette.
Satterfield with the win. Finsel 2nd, Anthony Goyette 3rd, Joshua Walton 4th, Justin Erickson 5th. Here we go. Heat race number 3. We are waiting for them here in the pit lane.
Keep missing out on his Packers game tonight. He's going to want to make this a night to remember for sure.
Absolutely. We're talking about Eric Wilkie. Here we go. Starting on the pole position in the number 67 black and white machine, it is Caden Cochran. Outside row number 1 in the number 77, it is Dustin Sargent, Willie Fisterbottom. Row number 2 on the inside in the number 10 car, it is Ross Corniata from Phantom Motorsports. Outside of him, the privateer, your points leader in the blue and yellow, number 24, Eric Wilkie. On the inside in the 96E black, white, and red machine from Dirt Mafia Esports, it is Clay Erickson. All the way from Canada, rounding out the field in the number 22, Greg Izard. All right, Alex Hanna checking in over in the chat. Wilkie was snooping out my pits after that heat race, so we are going to be looking for something special out of Eric Wilkie, your points leader in the blue and yellow, number 24. You know, Caden Cochran, new addition to the United Dirt Sim Series this season, and has really come in and trying to make a statement for himself, I think. You know, he has been top 5 car for most of the time that he's been with us here. So we're definitely glad to see him join up, and it'll definitely be interesting to see what he can do tonight. Heat race number 3 getting ready to fire off here in just a moment. There we go. Pace truck is in. Caden Cochran with one hell of a start there. Ross Corniata, woo! He closed all the way up on him real quick with one hell of a run as they went through 1 and 2. Coming through 3 and 4.
Caden Cochran can hold off Sargent. That's going to say a lot for his second debut here with us.
Yeah, let's see how it works out. Sargent now working on the bottom right there in the green and white and black. Number 77 with the slide job. Cutting underneath is going to be the number 67 of Caden Cochran. Look at these guys switching.
Wow.
Yikes. Oh.
Heat race side jobs.
Yeah, this is going to be insane for the main event for sure. All drivers should make the main tonight. And I tell you what, Caden Cochran went from your leader down to the 3rd position. Ross Corniata calling the lead position home for now. But Dustin Sargent sneaking up here. Sargent likes that high line. He's been running that all night. We will have to see as Ross Corniata looks like he's almost running a modified slider line. What do you think, Brody?
Exactly what it looks like to me, Dave. And if it works, I mean, go ahead and give it a shot. Most guys can't run it. They'll put that right rear right into the fence and end their night. So, I mean, the track seems pretty racy right now. Even Clay Erickson back there throwing slide jobs on Wilkie. Erickson looking pretty strong tonight. Like I said, these aren't his strong suit. Well, Erickson's going to get into the wall there into the back of Wilkie. Hopefully that doesn't end his night.
He held on to it, and he's still making forward progress. But, yeah, he had one hell of a run on Wilkie there and put it right into the back bumper.
Look at that run Wilkie keeps getting, Dave. That is insane. I think he's going to go ahead and start picking them off one by one. But he's definitely going to run out of time.
Yeah, I do believe we are winding laps down. For some reason, my lap scoring is still showing 5 laps to go. It has for like 3 laps. So, not sure we're going to watch for the white flag here coming out soon. Corniata there from Phantom Motorsports in the blue, white, and black machine. He is getting it done so far. He is stretching it out over Dustin Sargent too. That line definitely seems to be the ticket at the moment. It'd be interesting to see. It looks like it's already starting to go away as he's slip sliding through 3 and 4. White flag and checkered flag, both out. Ross Corniata with the win. Dustin Sargent in second. Caden Cochran third. Eric Wilkie fourth. Clay Erickson fifth. Ooh, Erickson with no top wing finishes the race. All right, so they are in warm-up right now. I am going to try and reset this live timing once again. Sorry, folks. I do apologize. 20RT checking in. I wonder who that could be. Have you ever heard of that guy?
Really sure.
They closed the gate and wouldn't let me in, said I missed hot laps.
Yeah, so, there's a reason for that, Ricky. We don't want you here.
That's Ricky Thornton Jr. checking in over on the chat. Tough break for him. Wasn't able to make the 360's tonight. Hopefully we can get him in the 358s. That would be awesome. Would love to do another interview with him, or at least have him jump in the Discord. If he's listening, that would be awesome. We could pull him in for a little interview. See what he's got going on. He has a lot of irons in the fire, it seems like. That guy's always got something going on.
Another humbling experience, actually, after last weekend. I had Ricky and Caden Cochran, a couple of the guys, tell us that the thing we put on is pretty cool. And to hear that from people of their stature is actually, you know, pretty humbling to me, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, talking about a guy that's on the TV quite regularly, running late models. Dustin Sargent back up front with a fast lap for the warm-ups. Not sure that we're going to be running all of the warm-ups here. We'll have to see if we can find out from the admins. Oh, full warm-up. Andrew Hansen just chimed in. As your race control says full warm-up, so we will be running everything here.
Yeah, I think we all agreed tonight that we're going to run the track in and make it super racy, Dave. It's going to go ahead and play a factor here with who's a driver and who's not. But we all know here in our league, everyone here is a decent driver, and it's going to put on for a hell of a show of racing tonight.
Absolutely. You know, Alex Hanna out there sitting in the third spot right now in the warm-ups in the pink, turquoise, and purple, and white, and gray, and any other colors that he has on that thing. Super good looking paint right there, but he is trying to find what line is going to work best for him. Sabaski still out front, your leader. Dustin Sargent now down to the second spot, Hanna the third. Satterfield fourth. We are letting rip right now. You know, it will be interesting to see as we go into the main event how the new rule comes into play, and if it will come into play tonight with bringing out 2 cautions from the same driver and having them disqualified.
Right, I think that'll deter people from being hesitant in joining our league, because we got to go ahead and play good crowd control here and try to find a happy medium so we can get some guys in here that are competitive and want to race and take it seriously. So, you know, it's no hard feelings. We just have a league to run here, and we got to be respectful about it.
Business is business, and that is the name of the game right there. Well, I wonder how Wilkie's team is doing tonight. Are the Packers winning? I don't think they are they?
I think they're doing too good by the look on my wife's face right now. If she stood up and started walking, I think she'd step on her bottom lip. So.
I heard it is a rough night in Buffalo for the Packers. So we'll have to wait and see. Eric Wilkie might be driving with a new fire out there in the track for the main event. He's sitting on pit road right now, probably watching the game. They're still losing, Eric, unfortunately. Gab Sear out there on the track right now. He is being shown in the 8th position. Catches that right rear on the fence. That's going to end his little run right there. He'll have to reset. Justin Erickson there in the number 9 Great Clips machine. Joshua Walton taking over the 3rd spot, so the track is getting faster as the night is going on. Just as I said that, he gets the announcer's curse, catches that outside fence, and goes for a slight tumble. Holds on to it, but just barely. All right, warm-up is over. Are you ready, Brody? I am ready. I am ready to see these guys rip it up.
You know, I told my wife right before this all started, I said, you can't cheer, you can't boo, you can't nothing, because we don't want to hear you. And she's been quiet. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Dave. But
I don't think that's going to pay off in the long run for you, bud. I'm just saying.
No.
I have a feeling that you'll probably be paying the piper later.
Yes.
All right, here we go. The main event taking to the track as we speak. Starting on the pole position in the number 97, it is Alex Hanna. Outside of him in the number 55, it is Robert Satterfield. Inside row number 2, in the number 10 car from Phantom Motorsports, it is Ross Corniata. Outside of him in the number 71, it is Wade Fields. Starting inside row number 3 in the 5th position, it is Braden Finsel. Outside of him, Dustin Sargent in the number 77. Row number 4. On the inside in the number 94, orange and white machine, it is Gab Sear. Outside of him is going to be the number 29 from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, Anthony Goyette. Row number 5 on the inside is going to be Caden Cochran in the number 67. Outside of him, your points leader in the blue and yellow, Privateer Eric Wilkie. Behind them in row number 6 on the inside in the number 81 machine, it is going to be Joshua Walton. Outside of him, Justin Erickson in the number 9 Great Clips machine. Row number 7 is going to be Brent Hagen in the number 95, white and black and purple. Outside of him, Dominic Mendoza in the number 13. Then you've got Greg Izard, Clay Erickson, Kyle Rosick, and Chris Sabaski. Looks like a scratch. Oof. That is not good. As Sabaski not able to make it out onto the track. With the
Look at them
flag
all
dropping.
over the track.
I know, they are everywhere. Oh, we already got some trouble. A little bit back further in the field here. Eric Wilkie bringing out the caution, I do believe. We're going to go back and take a look at that. Oh, man, we have cars stacking up towards the back of the pack. Yikes, we are tearing up some machines. I think Sebastian missed the start. So he got super lucky here. And I don't know if he's going to get a wave around or if he's going to be one lap down. We're going to go back and take a look here with what brought the caution flag out. You'll keep an eye right here on Eric Wilkie, the blue and yellow machine. Let's see, he comes up high. Justin Erickson working down the inside, comes down into Erickson. And that was all she wrote right there. Just enough to upset the car and make him stop on the track, drawing out the caution flag. Probably a good thing he did, honestly. Otherwise, he would be way behind. So we're going to re-rack him, restack him, and get ready to rock and roll here. I have nothing at all for live timing. This is irritating for sure. I do apologize, folks. I'm not quite sure what is going on here. So Alex Hanna going to be your race leader. Robert Satterfield going to be to his outside. There we go. All right, we got it back finally.
There we go.
What a mess, huh? There we go. It's up. I think we are good to go now. Looked like I missed an update, so I apologize, folks. Trying to bring the best experience we can to you. And we failed there for a little bit. But we are back on our game. Alex Hanna out front. We bring you to the green flag. Number
Hanna
55.
with a beautiful start.
Go ahead.
Alex Hanna with a beautiful start, going ahead and pulling away from the field early on in the race. But anything can play out at this chance. With the way the track is, they are high, low, middle. Oh, looks like we got some trouble on the front straightaway. It's a big one.
Oh, man. I just saw the dog shit blender go on high speed with the lid off there about mid-track. We're going to have to go back and take a look at that and see what happened there. Looks like Wade Fields might have been the one that brought out the initial caution. Let's see. There we go. Oh, Wade Fields. Oh, man. Oh, we did lose some race cars there, didn't we? Yikes. Yikes.
Too
Tough
early on.
break for a few racers here tonight, for sure.
These guys got to give each other room, and you can't win it on the first lap. We're on lap 3, Dave.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out and to see if that new rule that we're bringing back from the other seasons comes into effect tonight. So far, it looks like I have Wade Fields with one caution, bringing out the caution flag, as well as it was Eric Wilkie the first time by. Steve Vogelsong checking in over in the chat. Great racing. Great to hear your voice broadcasting again, Dave. Steve Vogelsong was instrumental in getting our league set up. He was one of our race directors, well, the main race director for most of the seasons with United Dirt Sim Series. You are missed, buddy, for sure, and the door is always open. If you are able to ever help out again, we would love to have you. He was always great at doing the drivers' meetings, and he runs a tough ship, so it will be interesting to see if he is able to come back around. But we are glad you were tuning in tonight, Steve, and hopefully we'll be able to see some LGR cars out on the track. He is part of Let's Go Racing, LGR, and big-time sponsored racers now, so they might not have time for United Dirt Sim Series. I'm just kidding. Those guys are all great. Love them all, and they've been with us for a long time, so it's good to see some of those guys checking in with us. Alex Hanna getting ready to bring us back down to the green flag. We did a single file restart, probably a smart idea on the admin's part. Thank you guys very much for paying attention and getting that all squared away. Robert Satterfield running in second position for Yada in third. So Phantom Motorsports with 2 of the top 3 podium spots as it stands right now. Dustin Sargent's Privateer running in the 4th position, outside looking in, but he has been running that outside line. I think he's been trying to get that thing groomed in for exactly what he wants. As soon as I say he runs the outside line, he drops it down to the inside, running that modified slider, catches the wall slightly. Anthony Goyette running in the 6th position. I take that back. He's top 5 sitting right now. He found a little something with this setup, and I hope it holds out for him for the race. Justin Erickson trying to work on his inside. Brent Hagen and Dominic Mendoza right there. Look at Mendoza in 8th, up 8 spots. So
wow.
the kid
I'm
working,
Dave.
He's working his way up through right now. Alex Hanna still out front, just putting in the laps. He is trying to get checked out and not looking for a caution flag anytime soon from him. Looks like we did have a wreck. However, he did jump to pit road before the caution flag came out.
He did get out of the way.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Greg. We definitely appreciate it. Keeping everything going.
That battle for 8 got my interest right now, Dave. Dominic Mendoza is doing a great job holding his own, picking them off one by one. Wow. Justin Erickson, he's racing up against Erickson, some heavy hitters. Anthony Goyette doing great, sitting in the number 5 position. We're spread out, but anything can play a factor here. The way the track's set up, and these guys have what it takes to get back up there and make some leader changes for sure.
I tell you what, Alex Hanna checking out right now has 1.25 seconds over second place Robert Satterfield. That equates to like 8 or 9 car lengths. Like, that's a big gap. Flashing back here to Satterfield right now. He has nothing for Hanna at the moment. Corniata trying to hold on to the curtails of Satterfield for that 3rd position. Sargent still trying to find something to make it work.
If Dominic can stay right where he's at, that's going to help him in points. Justin Erickson, you know, this is his first race, so he ain't going to be much of a contender in the points division, but he can definitely get a feel for this car and work his way up to the front and put on a show and say, hey, guys, I'm here.
I don't know if Wilkie's having some issues or he's just frustrated with the football game going on, but he is sitting in 8th position, so your points leader right now having a little bit of a rough time. Anthony Goyette dropping a spot down to the 6th position, now in trouble from 7th and 8th. He is off pace. Not sure what's going on with Goyette's car. As they go 3 wide, this might be a caution. Goyette tries to hold on to it, puts it down to the inside. He's going to lose many spots. Goyette unable to hold on to it, unfortunately. That was one of those things. I'm not sure what quite happened there. He was off pace and then just kind of lost it. Jada Ison jumping into the chat. I agree. Great to hear your voice again. Well, thank you very much. It is great to be back out here. You know, I definitely love doing the mic thing and supporting the league in any way that I can. I miss driving and miss racing, but you know, sometimes you got to take one for the team. And I think the team is worth it for this season. So let's go back and take a look here and see Anthony Goyette. We're going to follow from up top here, from the chopper, so we can kind of see. As you'll see his car kind of start to slow down, you'll see Eric Goyette
over there with some retaliation, Dave.
Uh-oh. He got worked over by 2 cars.
Anthony Goyette not very pleased with Mr. Wilkie.
That doesn't sound good. Not like Goyette to lose his cool, so.
No, Goyette's a very level-headed man, so he was racing his heart out, man, and for him to get like that, I can understand the frustration. He didn't do too bad, just gave him a little love tap on the rear bumper, and he's going to go ahead and take an EOL, so.
We're going to take a look at that little contact right there. Anthony Goyette voicing his frustration right there with Eric Wilkie, and he'll have to pay the piper now, but he obviously felt like he was wronged there. And sometimes that happens, you know. Sometimes, like just like you said earlier, like the real racers. Uh-oh. Did we lose Anthony Goyette, or am I losing feed here? All right. There we go. We are back. Just like you were saying, the real racers sometimes feel even more nervous on the service here with iRacing. Sometimes tempers can flare up as well when you feel like something went wrong like that, and it spews over onto other drivers, unfortunately.
Absolutely, Dave. I mean, we got great racers here, all pretty level-headed guys here, but those things play factors here, and people drive with emotion, so sometimes that comes out and shows its
Well,
ugly face.
when you put everything you got into it and you're passionate about something, sometimes the passion boils over, and there are consequences for those actions. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, unfortunately. So back up front, Alex Hanna out front in the number 97. He is on fire right now. I don't know what he has right now. He might be running a 410 in the 360 class.
Oh, wreck coming out of 4. Coming out of 4.
Uh-oh.
Looks like Wilkie in another one.
That might be Wilkie's second caution. It'll be interesting to see, and he is your points leader. Let's go back and take a look and see if it was brought out because of him. Eric Wilkie right there in the blue and yellow. Let's watch him as he closes in on Brent Hagen. Oh, Dustin Sargent was way sideways. Looked like he might have put it out into the wall. Wilkie,
shot down the track.
Wing. Oh, man. That thing's dog-legging everything else. So with the new damage model on iRacing, you can actually knock the top wing off your car. And Wilkie still has a front wing and no top wing, so that'll be interesting to see if he goes in. I would assume he's going to use a faster pair and get that hot rod tuned up, because he can't even drive it straight at the moment.
Those guys in that wreck there, Dave, I feel like those guys were trying to save their car for the ending force of this race, and doesn't look like it helped them too much. Ended up hurting them in the long run, but now I think they're out for blood, Dave, and I think they're going to try to work their way up to the front.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. The biggest. Who do you think the hard charger is right now? Without taking a look at the live timing, who do you think the hard charger is on the track at the moment?
It's honestly hard to say, Dave, because he's gone to the back a couple times and has had some rough luck today. He's not moved up too much, but Anthony Goyette, I think he's trying to get back in that at least top 5 position tonight.
Well, he definitely has a shot at top 5 for sure. But the hard charger on the track right now, Dominic Mendoza, going up 12 spots right now to the number 8th position.
Wow.
Insane.
I didn't even have faith in my own kid, Dave.
Yeah, you know what? No, I take that back. I apologize. He is in 6th position.
Wow.
Just outside the top 5. And you know what? If he can break into the top 5, we got to interview the kid tonight and get him on the microphone, get him a little bit of time, because that is absolutely impressive coming out of him. He is a hard worker, works hard every night. And every night that he's on the service, he is trying to improve himself. Alex
That's what
Hanna,
he tells me every night, Dave. Every night after a race, he tells me, Dad, I just wanted that interview. I just wanted that interview. And tonight might be that night, Dave.
I think it might be. Here we go. Sliding into the 3rd position was Chris Sabaski. Now Sabaski puts it in the wall. He's going to be off tempo. Uh-oh. You know who's running side by side. Now they're 3 wide. Oh, Sabaski, Wilkie, and Goyette. Wilkie and Goyette got some magnets in between the cars. We're going to watch these guys for just a couple seconds here and see. Wilkie is trying to make a move on Goyette on the inside. Goyette holding him off for the 7th position at the moment. But They are
You know, what I
battling.
like about that whole entire spiff there, Dave, is even though Anthony came back and retaliated, Eric told him, look, man, that was my fault. And it looks like they're giving each other room and respect. And that's what I love about our league, Dave, is no matter what, in the heat of the moment, we still come back and we race each other clean and we don't try to end each other's nights.
Absolutely. And both racers right there giving each other enough room and making it around the track, making it work. Woo! The 21 right there. Chris Sabaski trying to get on a rail up top. He just blew past Anthony Goyette like he was standing still.
Yeah, he blew him out of the water like a gay sea
Yeah.
otter, Dave. I
Yeah.
think he found something up there.
I think he did too, because he had that right rear up on the, almost up on the wall, and was just banging the boards down. Ross Corniata taking over the second position in the number 10. So still the top three podium spots, two of them are being held by Phantom Motorsports cars at the moment. The 10 of Ross Corniata and the number 55 of Robert Satterfield. Brent Hagen
Keen to
sitting in
clear
fourth.
Erickson. Let's see if we keep it going.
Top five right now is Dominic Mendoza. Sabaski trying to make a move. He is now looking down low. Mendoza holding on to the high side. Let's see as Sabaski works down low. He's going to try a slider line. Mendoza gets it into the boards, keeps it going though. He is rocking and rolling, dropping back into sixth. Now he is making a move on Sabaski. He's going to settle
trying.
in. Yep, he is going to settle in for the sixth position at the moment. Right now, your leader on the final lap as the white flag flies, it is Alex Hanna in the number 97. Battling for second and third right now, the two Phantom Motorsports cars. Who's it going to be? We're going to watch it. Coming home in the second position, going to be Corniata in the number 10. Satterfield in the top three. Hagen fourth. Sabaski charges up to fifth. The Kid finishing in sixth in the number 13. Clay Erickson in seventh in the 96E. Anthony Goyette battles back up to eighth position after that mid-race mayhem. In ninth, Justin Erickson. 10th is going to be Dustin Sargent. 11th, Eric Wilkie, your points leader. So we'll have to see how that affected him tonight. Top three are pulling over onto the straightaway as it stands right now. We're going to give them a chance to get all situated here on the front stretch. We get some pictures taken and give them a chance to jump into Discord. We are getting them all lined up. Let's see here. You know what, Brody? Before we do the top three, we are going to pull in an honorable mention. And let's see if we can get him in here into the booth. Dominic Mendoza in the number 13 joining us up here in the booth. Coming home in sixth position tonight. How was that, bud? Check, check. Can you hear me, Dominic Mendoza?
Hello?
There he is in the number 13
Hi.
machine, coming home in sixth. What'd you think of that?
I don't know, man. It was fun all around. I just had to get around those wrecks, and I knew I would be good. Um, the setup just really helps, and yeah.
And yeah, well, I tell you what, we love watching you improve each and every night that you're out here with United Dirt Sim Series. You definitely are a great representation for the league. Um, you know, you had mentioned staying around, getting free of all the wrecks. A lot of times, wouldn't you say that that's part of the part of doing well in a race is just avoiding the mayhem that ensues during the race?
No, definitely, man. I don't know what to say. I'm pretty shocked. I did this well, so.
First time on the microphone right there, Dominic Mendoza. Who would you like to thank tonight? Who helps get you out here each and every night?
My mom, my dad, they got me this setup. I mean, I can't thank them enough for that. Dirt Mafia Esports, they had got me this rig. They helped me get to where I am today, and yeah.
Well, we are going to
And
be
they,
looking. What's that?
oh, and you for putting this show on and all this that you do.
Absolutely, bud. Well, we are going to be looking forward to more interviews with you as you progress through, and it's super exciting to have you. And we'll be seeing you in the 358s, right?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. That was Dominic Mendoza in the number 13, and coming home in third place tonight, Robert Satterfield in the number 55. Well, what'd you think?
It's a good race, man. A lot of fun. Good battle with my teammate.
You know what? I tell you what, watching you guys battle, uh, it's hard to tell sometimes you guys are teammates because you battle so ferociously, but you do it so cleanly. You know, you guys both gave each other plenty of room, you know, very competitive, but still respecting, you know, each other as racers. And it's always awesome to watch, you know, Phantom Motorsports. Whenever you guys show up to the race, it's always awesome to watch you guys put on a show. And you know, what were your thoughts as you came in tonight? I mean, what did you think
Well,
of the
man,
track?
I think the track was really good. I mean, I don't run a lot of 360 stuff. I've been working on 410 stuff here lately, but I was pretty close to Alex early on, and then smacked the wall. I tried to get up on the cushion and run around and smack the wall, and Ross got around me, and I didn't feel after I smacked the wall, I didn't feel I had enough car to catch him. So I was running the bottom, and he was out. Ross was running the middle, and I was telling him that, hey, there's a little meat down here. You might want to try the bottom. And when he didn't go down there, I said, well, shoot,
Game
I'm
on,
gonna go
buddy.
ahead. Yeah, hey, for 3 laps in a row, I beat him to the line. On the last lap, he's gonna beat me to the line. It's like, oh,
I tell you
that's just the
what,
way it
though.
goes.
Yeah, man, it was awesome watching you guys battle, and yeah, I mean, like I said, it's great watching you guys throw down and put on a good show. So it's awesome having all of you guys, you know, coming over and running with United Dirt Sim Series. We definitely appreciate you guys. You guys are a class act for sure. Who helps get you out here and get you onto the podium tonight?
Oh man, I want to appreciate all the guys over at Phantom Motorsports, Velocity Race Designs, Power Outdoor, um, Highside Media, just all my teammates. Man, we work really hard to work on our 410 program. 360 program here lately has been suffering a little bit. It's the Pro Series. We all working on that stuff right now, and you know, it feels pretty good to be able to just throw a setup in that you haven't run in forever and still be, you know, top five car. You know, I didn't I wasn't sure what the setup was going to do. I know it was going to be fast early when the track was tacky, but wasn't sure how good in the slick it was going to be. So, you know, credit to all my guys that I work with over there for the setup help and the feedback that they give every week.
You know, you brought up a good point there. You said that you're running towards the 410s and the Pro Series, right? And
Hmm.
gearing up for all that, which has to be fairly stressful, you know, day in, day out, having to worry about tenths of a second to make your lap times improve and be where they need to be. How does it feel to be able to just jump into a 360 and come into the league race and just do you relax a little bit and just have a little bit of fun because running for the pro series that's not fun. You can't tell me
Well,
that's fun. It might be exciting at times when you're doing well, but it's also very frustrating, right?
I'll say it like this. On average, on a setup per week in practice, we put them in about 20 hours a week before Monday, before the
Hmm.
main event for the race. To jump in a 360 league race or a hoster race, to do anything other than 410 at this present time is just a lot of fun, a lot of grateful, and you don't. It's a lot of stress off of you. You ain't if you get wrecked, no big deal. You know, you just don't want to get wrecked in Pro Series, but
Right, right.
yeah, you know, if I bump wheels with somebody, I don't get mad over it. in the 360 right now. 410, I might get a little flustered, but you know, you know how that goes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, man. Like I said, you guys are a class act. Always love having you guys with us, and super glad that you were able to jump onto the podium tonight. Man, you did a great job.
Man, appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all for putting on the league, and it's a lot of fun. I wasn't sure I was gonna make it tonight. Then the guys hit me up at the last minute, say, "Hey, UDSS is not. Hey, you gonna make it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on my way home."
I tell you
So,
what. Well, we're super glad you did. I'm sure you are too, since you got third tonight and almost had second until the last lap. So that's fantastic, man.
all right, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Robert Satterfield right there in the number 55 from Phantom Motorsports coming home in third place tonight. Coming home in second in the number 10 machine, also from Phantom Motorsports, Ross Corniata. Did I pronounce it right?
It's Corinta.
Well, no, it wasn't. It was Corniata for the whole night, but it's Corinta now. From now on,
Sounds
I will
good.
never forget. Well, I tell you what, like I was talking to Robert, I said you guys are a class act. We're super glad that you guys joined us tonight. It's always awesome to see the Phantom guys up towards the front of the pack. It was surprising to see Sabaski suffering a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. He had some sort of incident in his heat, and then he pulled a Chris and missed the grid for the feature, so had to come back through the field. And I don't know. I think he finished fifth or whatever. He said he got into the wall there towards the end, but still a good run.
For sure. Well, I tell you what, it was awesome watching you and Robert battling. I had mentioned to him that you guys, although you're teammates, you can definitely see the competitiveness because you battle like ferociously with each other, but clean, super clean, never, pinching anybody, always giving each other enough room. Just great battles all the way to the last lap. I mean, what did you think? How was the setup tonight? Because Ross said that, or I take that back. Robert said that he hadn't run the setup that he was running tonight for a long time. What about you? Or do you have a 360 setup just sitting around?
Yeah, I've got I did a charity race here a couple weeks ago. Just ran that setup. It was a little more tacky than that race was, but I think the setup came in at the end. I mean, obviously, no, I wasn't going to catch Hannah. I don't know if Rob had something for him there at the end. I know, right? He he came over our Discord and said kind of made a bobble there coming out of four, and I was able to get around him on the top. I think he beat me to the line the previous three laps. But yeah, it's always fun to race with obviously teammates. Like you said, we're always going to race each other hard, and every once in a while you might find where we're going to get together, but being teammates, we usually know that nothing's malicious and just roll on from there.
For sure. And Robert brought up a good point also. He said that you guys were running for the Pro Series and that's super stressful. I asked him the same question I'm going to ask you. What's it like to be able to jump into a 360 into a league race where are you able to just have a little bit of fun instead of all the frustration and you know the super excitable times of the Pro Series? Is it a little bit easier for you, or is it a time to let your hair down?
Well, if I'm being honest with you, last week was the first Pro Series race that I have was able to make, and when you get into a league race, I mean, people are racing each other hard, but it seems like people give each other a little more space. The racing respect is a little higher. It seems like in the league races, and that Pro Series, it's a dog eat dog world out there. I've had people right rear me, and well, even in that race last week, that in an official race or a league race, I know they wouldn't even think about the move that they made. So it's stressful, and it's nice to come out in these and have some fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, who would you like to thank? Who helped get you into second place tonight?
Well, obviously the guys over at Phantom Motorsports, Elite Performance Industries, uh, sponsors Velocity Race Design, Weichel Sportswear, Power Outdoors, and then thank you guys for putting on the league and the show.
super glad that you guys were able to make it once again, and congratulations on second place tonight.
Thank you.
That is Ross Corniata in the number 10 machine coming home in second. With the win in the number 97, former Sofa King Fast Sim Sports driver Alex Hanna. You're not running the iHeart MILFs car tonight?
No, I got Blaine Densley kicked out this pretty cool white scheme of my car, so decided to throw that on. But having pretty good luck with it, so we're sticking with it.
Yeah, it does look pretty solid out there for sure. Absolutely. So, what do you think tonight, man? You were trying to check out and doing a pretty damn good job of it.
Oh yeah, I felt really confident. This is one of my favorite tracks. Throughout the time this season, I've had a little bit of work with Aiden Beerline with qualifying. I worked with Clayton Davies and Braden Miller a lot with line choice, how to run a slider here and make it work. I was kind of worried there at the beginning. I had Robert there pretty close to me, so I was kind of worried about him to see what he had at the end. He's always a solid driver, so yeah, felt pretty confident all night.
Well, and I would say this is actually your home track, since, I mean, how many events have you actually attended in Knoxville?
I think within the past 2 years, I've missed maybe 5 races.
5 races total that you've
Yep.
missed. Yeah.
Yep, went to both nationals both years, so yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man, for sure. It was definitely great to see that you had one hell of a run. You know, we appreciate you as an admin and being behind the curtain, but when you get your chance to be out on the track, you know, it's great to see you find success. And tonight with the win, and it was a pretty dominant win. It was pretty impressive, I thought. And who would you like to thank? Who helped get you into the winner's circle tonight?
Well, I'm sure I don't know if anybody told you this, but before we broke from the drivers' meeting today, everybody was talking about how they're happy Barry McCockner didn't show up. So it's a good thing he didn't show up. Thank God. I think everybody's getting sick and tired of him always beating up on the drivers. So yeah, I think if he was here, it'd probably be a different story. But yeah.
I think at one point in one season for United Dirt Sim Series, somebody said he was a seal clubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was old school.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, bunch of butthurt
unfortunately,
people.
McCockner not able to make it tonight. But you know, you must have been running that Jack Me Off race engine because you were out there stroking for sure.
Yeah, I used a little bit of that money that you gave me to put that in and fired up this race.
There you go. Well, with the win, will you be helping admin the next race here coming up?
Yeah, don't have any technical difficulties this week like I did last week, so I'll be there tonight.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. With the win, Alex Hanna in the number 97 machine. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That will do it for us. What are your final thoughts, Brody Center, as we get ready to go into the 358s here in about a half an hour?
Getting everything dialed in here for my coming up race here, and Dominic's over here turning on some laps as well. But it seems like once we were weaning out all the squirrels, I guess you could say, the racing got good, Dave, and I thought someone was going to come back and win it from the back, and I think that was Chris in the number 21 car. I mean, he came all the way back up and passed Dominic, I think, on the last lap for 5th place after going to the rear. So I mean, it played out a lot of different scenarios there, and I was on the edge of my seat because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Sabaski missing the start was supposed to start on the pole position, so technically Dominic Mendoza was the hard charger going up 10 positions, but Sabaski driving up it through the entire field and doing it pretty quickly was pretty impressive. So it'll be interesting to see how the 358s take on Lucas Oil tonight. What are your thoughts as we get ready to prepare for that?
You know, it all just pans out on the track conditions and how it's going to be, but I think we're going to have some top-bottom racing. Sometimes the top of the track gets dominant, then you got to kind of throw a Hail Mary slider going into the turn and hope it sticks, and it's going to be, you know, almost a bull ring, I guess you would say, but it's going to keep you on the edge of your seat, and it's going to play a definite wow factor tonight, Dave, for sure.
Well, this one wasn't making the series originally, and it was a last minute change just to make sure that we weren't running a tight full ring. We did not want to caution fest 2 weeks in a row, so we threw a Hail Mary and we're going to Lucas Oil, and we'll have to see what that track brings for the 358s. But once again, thank you for joining me up in the broadcast booth. Definitely appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that joined us tonight here for the race. And we will be racing once again in about a half an hour. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and it'll tell you whenever we go live for our racing events. I want to thank everybody once again, and have a great night.
Thanks, everybody.